Hey yo everybody, and welcome, welcome to a bit of WARNO action. And thanks for all the happy birthdays in this chat. Hope you're all having a good morning as well. As I have a good one for sure. Just went for a jog, currently getting my coffee, and having some WARNO action here. And yeah, we're gonna play some fun divisions. Gonna start with the OG. Bit of KDA. And we might check some WARNO League stuff out later. Hey, so not thanks. Let's go. Gonna be fun. Haven't played much ranked lately because I was just so busy casting League, so I thought like, yeah, no, I need to play for for once again. The League casting is amazing. It's a lot of fun as well, but I need to get my fingers on some WARNO action myself again. And yeah, play some games here. It's a really fun game. It's a really fun game. And we're also gonna get more stuff soon. Yeah. Gonna have an interesting video out tomorrow, guys. Well, we will find out. They usually are. I mean, we are still as high in numbers as we have been for most of the lifetime of WARNO. So there should be people around. Birthdex is online. Well, I will, because of you, Jindo. Yeah. Propellic. Coming in here.
Neuer Kampfauftrag, Genosse?
Coming in with
An
a
dieser
5th
Position
day.
abgesessene Kampfweise.
Ah. Interesting.
Neue Befehle?
We want to hit anything with napalm.
Zwei Arten von Menschen. Artilleristen und Ziele.
We could hit the road over here with napalm.
Artillerieangriff läuft!
And then roll into the town. I think that's what we're gonna do.
Einsatzbefehle, Karte, Kompass. Kann losgehen. Feuer und Bewegung. Wir können beides. Bringen Sie uns dorthin, Genosse. Hier Puma sind auf Empfang.
I think that's what we're gonna do.
Einsatzbefehle, Karte, Kompass. Kann losgehen. An dieser Position abgesessene Kampfweise.
Vielleicht kriege ich den Blücherorden. Ich erstatte Meldung bei Ankunft.
Click at you over there and then
Jetzt aber schnell.
No. Ah, well. That was not a fast move. To them KDA Schützen so far. We need one of those guys.
Sollen wir wen mitnehmen?
Go around with them.
An dieser Position abgesessene Kampfweise. Fahrgelegenheit gefällig?
And somebody with an actually decent RPG.
Warten auf neue Befehle, Kommandant. Bringen Sie uns dorthin, Genosse. Sollen wir wen mitnehmen?
Okay. 100 points. Huh. To do with that. I mean, we don't really have anti-plane with that, but that's okay.
Einsatzbefehle, Karte, Kompass.
Getting a
losgehen.
Sicherungs
An dieser
in here.
Position abgesessene Kampfweise.
No, you already have these guys as military police. You don't want to invest a second card into that. So I don't think they're worth it. 30 points buys us nothing. I'm just gonna grab my coffee here real quick, guys. Yeah, but you don't use them one-on-one. Like, you don't use one of these for one KDA Schützen. You use like one of these for 5 or so. Like, so it's like I have 1 on 4 here now. Like, you want to use them with the blob. You don't want to spam these guys out. And you don't have the slots to fill them in. Like, I wouldn't want to give any of these other units up for a second military police card. And these guys are pretty good. So I don't want to switch them out for the other boys.
verleiht der hässlichen Klopperei etwas Würde.
Gonna hit here, gonna hit here.
Alles innerhalb von 50 Metern ist ein Volltreffer.
Feindkontakt!
Schusswerfer, halt!
Ja, wenn wir noch eine fangen, ist es aus!
Hält von Freund und Feind nicht viel. Kennt nur Flächenziel.
Neuer Kampfauftrag, Genosse? Voll erwischt!
Okay, get
Feindkontakt!
the Alouette.
Warten
Ja.
auf neue Befehle, Kommandant. Fertig machen zum Sprung, wir greifen gleich an.
Ah, es hat mich erwischt! Verdammt, es hat mich erwischt!
Überprüft Waffen und Munition.
No,
Der Kommandant
fuck.
begrüßt Sie an Bord.
Alle Raketen verschossen! Schusswerfer bereit! Wir Mollon haben Wirkung im Ziel! Wiederhole! Wirkung im Ziel!
Brauchen Sie Unterstützungskräfte?
Move through.
Infanterie bereit.
Sammeln, Befehlsausgabe. Кажется, это не наши.
Move up.
Sanitäter!
Bereit zur Rekonstruktion, Genosse.
Zur Befehlsausgabe angetreten, Genosse.
Sprung auf, Marsch, Marsch. Wir sind hier auf und hoch, Genosse.
Yeah.
Ah, das hat mich erwischt! Verdammt, es hat mich erwischt!
Wir unterstützen aus der Luft. Feind vernichtet. Was okay.
Zu Befehl, Kommandant. Sanitäter! Feind im Vorfeld, bereit machen.
Good hits.
Führen Sie uns, folgen Sie uns oder gehen Sie aus dem Weg.
Fliegen knapp über den Baumwipfeln.
Oh, Sideshot.
Und noch
Ja.
einen Leichensack. Feind im Vorfeld, bereit machen.
Good hit.
Bereit für einen Streifzug. Wir schaffen es nicht! Feind aufgeklärt. Erwarten Befehle.
Second book.
Radarwarner aktiv. Erreichen in Kürze das Ziel.
An alle Einheiten.
Solo.
Feind gesichtet.
Festhalten. Wir fliegen rein.
Shit.
Ich diene der Deutschen Demokratischen Republik.
Helicopter. Fighter.
An alle Einheiten. Feind gesichtet.
Like the AMX coming around. Run.
Hier Puma sind auf Empfang. Bringen Sie uns dorthin, Genosse. Fertig machen zum Sprung, wir greifen gleich an.
An alle Einheiten. Feind gesichtet.
Neuer Kampfauftrag, Genosse?
Go on, Conquers.
Feind vernichtet.
Good job.
Fertig machen zum Sprung, wir greifen gleich an. Bereit für einen Streifzug.
Kurs bestätigt.
Zu Ihrer Verfügung, Genosse.
Wir wurden getroffen. Das geht nicht gut aus. Angriffssalve erfolgreich. Feinde vernichtet. Neue Aufträge? Kommen.
Nice.
Ich bin lieber der Jäger als der Gejagte.
Oh wow.
Feind vernichtet.
Verstanden. Bin auf neuem Kurs. Bestätige Zerstörung feindlicher Einheit.
Oh wow, you didn't get the kill there?
Angriffssalve erfolgreich. Feinde
fucking
vernichtet.
noob.
Neue Aufträge?
You get the kill though. That's good.
Kommen. Wo brauchen Sie uns? Gib mir Morphium! Feind im Vorfeld, bereit machen. Ich diene der Deutschen Demokratischen Republik.
Is he coming in for my
Der ist
Sicherungs?
hinüber.
No, he's trying to bomb my Conquerors actually. Flying over my books on the way out, but books just refuse to be books. What the fuck? How many misses do you want to do? Yes.
Klar und deutlich. Feind im Vorfeld, bereit machen.
Wir sind Ihre Augen- und Ohrgenosse. Unaufgeklärt.
Feindkontakt. Waffen scharf. Auf Empfang. Verstanden, Staffelführer. Auf Empfang. Bestätige Zerstörung feindlicher Einheit.
No.
Feind im Vorfeld, bereit machen. Und noch einen Leichensack.
Ah, es hat mich erwischt! Verdammt, es hat mich erwischt!
Wir unterstützen aus der Luft. Hubschrauber überprüft und kampfbereit. Die Artillerie verleiht der hässlichen Klopperei etwas Würde.
B-Gruppe bereit.
Let's
Es hat mich
engage.
erwischt! Verdammt, es hat mich erwischt!
Wir dort, Feind dort.
No, they got me there.
Am Ende kommt es immer auf den Infanteristen und sein Gewehr an. An dieser Position abgesessene Kampfweise.
Ah,
Wurde aufgeklärt.
annoying.
Braucht jemand Munition? Nachschub rollt.
Gegen Faschismus und Militarismus. Kurs bestätigt.
Legs.
Hier Puma sind auf Empfang. Feuer und Bewegung. На связи. День твой последний приходит, буржуй.
Go on.
Brauchen Sie Unterstützungskräfte? Ищем цель. Огонь по готовности.
We need artillery. But we need more infantry first.
Wir schaffen es nicht. Sollen wir irgendwo einsickern? Verstanden.
No, too early.
Feind im Vorfeld bereit machen.
Прилетался. Двигайтесь, но будьте готовы к стрельбе. Ожидаем цели указания. Breche Luftkampf ab.
Oh no, Mick. Ah,
Hier Puma sind auf Empfang.
didn't want you to go there yet.
Sprung auf. Marsch, Marsch.
Yeah, that's lost.
Gib mir Morphium. Neue Befehle?
Кажется, это не наши.
Sanitäter!
Can't afford this.
Hals- und Beinbruch. Der ist hinüber.
You move around the flank. Start to get the first Malka out.
Feind im Vorfeld.
The
Bereit
infantry
machen.
leader for this whole shenanigans.
Gegen Faschismus und Militarismus.
Mm,
День твой последний приходит, буржуй. Überprüft Waffen und Munition.
Bunker is actually spotted. Back.
Wir nähern uns dem Feind, Genosse.
Транспортировке готов.
Unterwegs so schnell es geht. Bringen Sie uns dorthin, Genosse.
Wir sind ganz Ohr. Im Laufschritt. Marsch, Marsch.
Gib mir Morphium! Wir brauchen Artillerieunterstützung, verdammt!
Berggut 1 bereit.
Wir unterstützen aus der Luft. Ah, das hat mich erwischt!
Come on, can we finally get a kill on something? No, we can't.
Ausweichen. Auf Empfang, Kosatka. Breche Luftkampf ab.
You go back to base.
Цели, командир.
You try to hit that. Whatever that is.
Wir sind bereit, die Kampfweise zu wechseln. Sanitäter! Bringen Sie uns dorthin, Genosse.
Ждем цели указаний.
Brennis.
mich erwischt!
Bereit zur Rekognoszierung, Genosse. Ausweichen.
Ah, das hat mich erwischt! Verdammt, es hat mich
Good job,
erwischt!
Malika.
Еще один
Nice.
готов. Kampfbereitschaft herstellen. Bereit machen zum Nachladen LFK.
You do a good job.
Sanitäter!
Kill those fucks.
Жду ваших указаний. Neue Aufträge? Feind im Vorfeld, bereit machen.
Готовы вдарить, товарищ командир. Склонение 10 градусов. Огонь!
Voll erwischt. Ausrücken von Deckung zu Deckung.
Achtung!
Okay.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Right, the tractor is on the way out.
Красная армия всех сильней.
Bewegung.
We're
Marsch,
back
Marsch.
on a +2.
В вашем распоряжении.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Weder Freund noch Feind. Nur lohnende Ziele.
Geben Sie uns Koordinaten zum Angriff.
Actually,
Schusswerfer,
But the-
startet schweres Sperrfeuer.
К бою готов.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
nice, SPG-9. Do it again. No. Not like that. Do it better. Oh, that's not it either.
Auf Empfang.
Come on, bro.
Sanitäter!
Ah.
Achtung!
Hier Boris 1. Feind erkannt.
Artillerieangriff läuft. Ah, das hat mich erwischt! Verdammt, es hat mich erwischt! Hier Molot, Ziele zerstört. Ende.
Sind schwer bewaffnet und bereit für etwas Panzerschrott.
Обнаружен противник. Приготовиться к бою.
Добавим огневой мощи. Огонь!
Nope.
Размажьте!
Feind gesichtet.
Wir machen uns auf den Weg.
Erwarten Ihre Befehle, Genosse.
We don't have these planes.
Wir schaffen es nicht. У нас потери. Так им.
Wo brauchen Sie uns? Hier Boris 1. Feind erkannt. Jede Menge Rauch und Feuer. Wirkung im
Finishing the
Ziel.
job.
Ende.
Come on, Books.
Прилетелся.
Finally.
Bewegen uns zur Koordinate.
Проверка связи.
Finally, somebody got a kill.
Hier Boris 1. Feind erkannt.
Санитэта! Служу Советскому Союзу.
Get conquerors around here.
Höre Sie klar und deutlich.
You need to get
gehört
repaired.
dazu.
Я броня. Цель обнаружена.
We still have a +1.
Ruhig Blut, Männer.
Still 22 minutes remaining though as well, so doesn't mean super much yet.
Befehlsausgabe.
Halt! Beobachtungs- und Lauschhalt.
Neue Befehle.
Hier Boris 1. Feind erkannt.
Wir haben Verluste! Neue Befehle?
Молодец, наводчик.
Need to eliminate the enemy recon.
An alle Einheiten. Feind gesichtet. Sanitäter! Броня на связи.
Oh lol. Happy seat days.
Задание получено.
Osatka, bereit zum Angriff. Ausweichen. Wir sind Ihre Augen- und Ohrengenosse.
Feind im Vorfeld. Bereit machen.
Rotte bereit.
Ложусь на курс. Вхожу на высоту.
The amount of roll on Tuesday in the rear and roll on threes.
Ожидаю цели указания.
Boo.
Я броня. Цель обнаружена. Klar und deutlich. Вперед! Ищем цели! Neues Ziel auf dem Radar! Склонение 10 градусов! Огонь! Ah, das hat mich erwischt! Verdammt, das hat mich erwischt!
Я пустой. Возвращаюсь на базу.
Ziel bekämpfen! Добавим огневой мощи. Корректируй огонь! Osatka, bereit zum Angriff!
No.
Wir schaffen es nicht!
Well, you still
Hier
got
Boris
the
1.
hit there.
Feind erkannt.
Орудие готово, командир. Verschossen. Kehre heim zum Aufmunitionieren.
You still got the hit
Wir haben
there.
Ausfälle! Проверка связи. Прием. Stellung! Raketen geladen und
You are
feuerbereit.
not reloaded.
Hier Boris 1. Feind erkannt.
Need to come around here.
К бою! Готов! Боекомплекта больше нет! Броня на связи.
Verstanden. Aufspüren und vernichten.
Feind gesichtet. Fliege zum Sektor. Кажется, нам конец. Все ранены. Rotte bereit. Bestätige Wirkung im Ziel.
Good job.
Bereit zum Luftsturm. Ändern Kurs auf die Koordinate. Ende.
Ich habe hier das Kommando. Der ist hinüber.
Der ist hinüber. Hütet
Good
euch
job.
vor schönen Frauen und Technik, die die Russen bauen.
Feindkontakt.
Überprüft Waffen und Munition.
9, move on.
Заряжен. К бою готов. Bewegliche Befehlsstelle bereit.
Feind aufgeklärt. Erwarten Befehle.
This is going well.
Sanitäter!
Ich höre, Genosse Hauptmann.
Feind vernichtet.
Oh, okay. This all can on.
Bereit.
Okay, shredding us there. But yeah,
К бою готов.
Malka needs some reload.
Mann am Boden. Stellung. Огонь.
That guy is a good next target.
Ein guter Aufklärer ist ein an den man nicht sieht. Holen Sie das Fernglas, Professor.
Fuck off. Yeah.
Fliege zum Planquadrat.
Eat the fuck off, Missile.
Zur Befehlsausgabe angetreten, Genosse. Fertig machen zum Sprung. Wir greifen gleich an.
Rottenführer auf Empfang. Bestätige Abschuss. Kurs bestätigt.
Good job.
Zu Befehl, Genosse Kommandant. Auftretenden Feind
Nice.
selbstständig
Good
bekämpfen.
kill.
An dieser Position abgesessene Kampfweise.
Jede Menge Rauch und Feuer. Wirkung im Ziel. Ende. Ändere Kurs.
Есть цели, командир. Остановимся.
Stehe unter starkem Abwehrfeuer. Puma, Ende. Auf Empfang.
No,
Abgesessene Kampfweise.
unload. Thanks.
Motor an, Abfahrt.
Feind gesichtet.
Munitionsende. Wir weichen aus.
Feindkontakt. Waffen scharf. Ich sorge für Luftherrschaft. Berghut 1, Ende.
Auf erkannten Feind Feuererlaubnis. Wir wurden getroffen. Das geht nicht gut aus.
Bestätige Abschuss. Berghut 1 bereit.
Hey, at least one hit before we die here. Or we don't.
Neuer Spähauftrag.
Hey.
So schnell wir können.
Есть цели, командир.
What we do. Turns out we actually die.
Kampfgruppe bereit. Fertig machen zum Sprung. Wir greifen gleich an.
The enemy hasn't tried anything over here yet.
Gib mir Morphium.
It's a bit worrying.
Zu Befehl, Genosse Kommandant. Wir schaffen es nicht.
Come on, deal with this first.
Feind vernichtet.
Thanks, boys.
Brauchen Sie Unterstützungskräfte?
They're getting pretty stressed out though.
Sanitäter! Am Ende kommt es immer auf den Infanteristen und sein Gewehr. Wir schaffen es nicht!
Okay. Nothing goes over a bit of friendly fire.
Euer Befehl? Der ist hinüber.
Feind gesichtet.
Let's see what we can achieve there with a bit of KDA. And then let's get a couple of tanks of good 80 gems. VBL Milan.
Überprüft Waffen und Munition.
Bonkers.
Nachschub.
Short back here.
Hält von Freund und Feind nicht viel. Kennt nur Flächenziel.
Well, I guess they might have
Wir sind
something
ganz
in
ohr.
there.
Bei erkanntem Feind. Feuer frei.
Feind im Vorfeld. Bereit machen.
More KDA unnecessary. Not some more artillery. Move to fitting logistics.
Wir wollen uns. Haben Wirkung im Ziel. Wiederhole. Wirkung im Ziel. Ziel demonstriere.
В вашем распоряжении. Остановимся.
Hält von Freund und Feind nicht viel.
Nice, good job.
Neue Befehle.
Rakete bereit.
Rapira, a fantastic little weapon as well.
Feindkontakt.
Some well-placed Rapiras go a long way.
Verschossen. Bereit für schweres Sperrfeuer.
Neuer Befehl.
EAB Milan, actually. Okay,
Я броня. Цель обнаружена.
Склонение 10
so
градусов.
it's getting up there.
Sollen wir wen mitnehmen? Rückwärts! Rückwärts! Marsch!
Imagine over-investing into Apilas.
Sie sind hier nicht auf der Fritz Heckert.
Yeah, that's that.
Hier Puma sind auf Empfang. Sprung auf! Marsch, Marsch!
Я броня.
13
Цель
minutes, though.
обнаружена.
We're 1000 something
Der
points
Kommandant
ahead.
begrüßt Sie an Bord.
Oh no, 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 no.
Цель
Shotprobleme.
твой, последний приходит. Буржуй.
Yeah. Ouch.
Проверка связи. Прием. Еще один готов.
Abgesessene Kampfweise. Wir sind bereit, die Kampfweise zu wechseln.
Geschosswerfer startet schweres Sperrfeuer.
Yeah, 2 lakes is the map for us. Just such a pure arty spam map with
Gib
this.
mir Morphium!
Ich führe von
Yeah, the
vorn.
CV Strela is a fun one. But yeah,
Brauchen Sie Unterstützungskräfte?
it misses. Like all Strelas.
Das gehört dazu. Gib mir Morphium! Am Ende kommt es immer auf den Infanteristen und sein Gewehr an. Wir schaffen es nicht!
Вперед! Ищем цели! Добавим огневой мощи.
Feind im Vorfeld bereit machen. Gib mir Morphium!
Огонь! Размажьте!
Sollen wir wen mitnehmen?
Wir wollen!
More commandos coming around.
Wirkung im Ziel!
We need
Ich habe hier das
to get our CV up,
Der ist
otherwise.
hinüber. Wir brauchen Artillerieunterstützung, verdammt!
But yeah, KDA just
Gib
pure
mir
mass
Morphium!
winning fights here.
Infanterie bereit. Der ist hinüber.
Just the purest of mass.
Das gehört dazu. Wir schaffen es nicht! Sanitäter! Der ist hinüber.
Now they get stressed out pretty badly here though. Yeah, no, you ain't combat efficient anymore. Combat effective. Come back and recover.
Feindkontakt!
В вашем распоряжении. Огонь! Размажьте!
Bereit für schweres
You're still
Sperrfeuer.
reloading? Yes, you're still reloading. Get the second of these boys.
Feind im Vorfeld bereit machen.
Get some tanks. Get one more of these. And get 3 of these guys around. We're gonna see what we're gonna get.
Nachschub ist nicht alles, aber alles ist ohne Nachschub nichts. Nachschub ist schon unterwegs.
Wir haben Verluste.
Oh, wow.
Ожидаю цели указания.
Еще один готов.
Fluggeschwindigkeit erreicht.
Еще один готов.
Feind gesichtet. Fahren Sie fort, Kosatka. Oder 4, hört. Neues Ziel auf dem Radar. Luftnahe Unterstützung bereit. Bestätige Wirkung im Ziel.
Здесь слишком жарко.
Ah,
Есть указания, командир.
4, Wirkung im Ziel. Avarini.
Понял. Выдвигаюсь в 12.
good job.
Luftnahe Unterstützung bereit. Feind im Vorfeld bereit machen. Fliege zum Sektor. Wir Puma sind auf Empfang. Der ist hinüber. Zu Befehl, Genosse Kommandant.
ADA recovered thanks to our military police.
Kampfgruppe bereit. Hier Boris
And
1.
leaders.
Feind erkannt.
Around.
Das hat mich erwischt!
Shit.
Verdammt, das hat mich erwischt!
Командир.
Fluggeschwindigkeit erreicht. Hafer, Gefechtsgeschwindigkeit. Genosse Hauptmann. Melde, Zielzerstörung. Ende. Rotte bereit.
Oh, come on.
Verschossen. Kehre heim zum Aufmunitionieren.
Feind gesichtet.
Somebody hit something. Finally. Oh. They got my book.
Volltreffer. Ziel zerstört.
What we got there? Boys in the rear here. Dragon Para gonna die there.
Danke, Gräsi, nie
Nice.
Wir sind ganz Ohr.
Fertig
Good
machen
job.
zum Sprung. Wir greifen gleich an.
Let's see if we can push this maybe.
Bereit für schweres Sperrfeuer. Hält von Freund und Feind nicht.
Yeah, the French not using their great artillery is a bit of a shame here right now.
Zur Befehlsausgabe
I think
angetreten,
that
Genosse.
is part of the mistake. GG. KDA doing KDA things. Well, it wasn't the meat shield that was unstoppable. It was the rockets and artillery shells flying over them. And it isn't a KDA game if you don't bomb away one of your own guys at some point. If you don't call it in danger close, you're doing something wrong. It was a fun game, though. It was a fun game. And yeah, thanks, Ryan. It's a good way to start into your birthday. Bit of jogging, bit of WARNO playing. Let's check out Berlin Command again. It's another one of my favorite decks. Let me have a look to make sure that Strike Team version didn't mess anything up. No, it didn't. Beautiful. Thanks, Rabbit. Wait. Can we cast something live here? Vertex is still a menu. Oh, we might be able to cast some live WARNO action. Some live Division 1 casting going on. Morning time. Working out. Actually, let's jump out of rank then. Yeah, we're gonna cast some live action here. We're gonna cast some live Vertex on Yukipor action. Yukipor being ranked number 2. Where's Vertex at the moment, actually? Rank 82. Yeah, he's not fully in shape, but the standings in Division 1 are interesting in that group. As Vertex won his first match against Bottom Feeder. So Vertex actually in a pretty good position there. In a pretty good position. Okay. It's gonna be hot. Yeah. Freaking live cast. So that means we can do some gambling with points again as well. Because people don't know the results yet. Lovely. There are too many games usually in group stage for doing live casts. So that's why I usually don't do them for in the group stage. But yeah, outside, after the group stage, we're obviously going to do more live casting as well in the playoffs. And obviously, like semis and grand finals, we try to catch live or at least on unrevealed replays, depending on how available the players are. Perfect is in menu. Perfect's also level 54. Is that my highest ranked player in my friend list? Yes, I think so. Yes. Yes, he is. Together with same level as Homelander, aka Hatred by now. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Speaking live cast. So, yeah, let's see. Do we have picks and bans? Or okay. Also, big thanks to Captain Easy coming in with another direct $10 donation here, getting us up to $70.75 already for the prize pool. So, yeah, Metzerino starting to look quite chunky as well. It's lovely. And come on, Berthex. Give me the pick and ban. Give me the picks and bans. I think the chances of Vertex here are gonna be slim. I think Yuki is insanely strong at the moment. But and really flexible as well. Like Yuki doesn't play shenanigans. Like Yuki got up here with just clean play and can play any divisions. It's not a one-trick pony or anything like that. So, hey Ryan, see coming over to Twitch as well. Lovely. For all of you who are just on YouTube or on Twitch, I'm currently streaming live on both. Yeah, still looking into possibly connecting those chats, but there are some Twitch guidelines which I don't quite understand yet if it's an issue or not, because people seem to do it everywhere, but the Twitch guidelines kind of say no. So yeah, I still have to figure that out. Like they say you can stream now, but you can't combine chats, and it reads a bit weird. Nice. Yeah, spectators on. Yuki is setting the lobby up. Yuki was player 2, or is player 2. Vortex didn't react there, so we can't come in here now. Okay, we have 82nd, 8th, 11th calf, and 3rd US band. Ooh. Do we gotta see some second UK plays here? Yuki picks first UK. Yuki loves first UK. Hey. And 27th. That's some basic divisions. I love it. I love it. No forward deploy shenanigans in any major extent here. Like, yeah, first UK has some, but... So yeah, it's complete anti-US picks and bans here. Complete anti-US picks and bans. Nobody seems to like them. But yeah, outside of that, really fun one. And yeah, let's get the predictions going, guys. Let's get the gambling going. Vertex with 27th guards, or Yukipo with first UK. And we're playing Mount River. Two Lakes, Airport, Black Forest, and Hessaband. So it's Mount River, and then it's... Haha, trying to remember the map pool. Vertigo. Vertigo map 2. Okay. Mount River and Vertigo. Gonna be hot. Well, we hope we should get something soon here, guys. We're really closing in. As I said, more information is tomorrow on YouTube. But yeah, Eugen fumbling the hotfix up is classic Eugen move. Not really, because usually, like, we had a time where they were really reliable on the hotfixes, but somehow they aren't anymore. It's so weird. Like, we had a time where we always had like a hotfix 2 weeks after, and now we're back to like the early days where we just don't get a patch for weeks. And yeah, like this time, I mean, it wasn't that they didn't try. Like it was just that they didn't see it as a super insane issue, I guess. Which I guess in 1v1 it's a bigger issue than everywhere else, because engineered dragons don't really matter in team games, where you have such big tank blobs that they evaporate anything anyways, or artillery, and in the campaign it's also, there's not many of those, and yeah, the ATGM strength and so on, it's annoying, but it's at least reliably everywhere, so it actually kind of plays okay. It isn't fun, but it plays okay. Yeah, that they then decided when they fumbled it up, like, and messed it up, that they just not gonna fix it, I guess. But yeah. The Nemesis Assault is clone to release? What do you mean? Like, first of all, Eugen isn't doing, like, all-at-once vacations anymore, because they don't have an office anymore. So, yes, every single employee will be, well, not every single, but most of the employees, like 90%, will be on a long holiday at some point over the summer, but they don't close down anymore like they did back in the day. Because they don't have an office anymore, which they closed down. So it's more split up how people go on holidays. And yeah, I don't quite get the sold this clone to release thing. I think like the two divisions aren't clones. You will see that. Like they have a lot of their own shenanigans going on. Some quite hype things. One super minor looking thing that I will get into when we get to look at those divisions that has major implications for the long run, which I'm really happy that we will get that. But yeah, we'll get a look on that when the NDA drops. And yeah, we are live. Yukipor versus Berthex. Berthex on the left. No, Berthex on the left. Okay. And something happened. Hey. Thanks, Snoots. Wait. No, I just clicked hide HUD, not hide panel. Down to me. Okay. Yeah. I was like, did it crash? But no, it just was me being stupid. Okay. We have some Tunguskas. We have some Igla. And yeah, Berthex. 27th. Really standard division. I don't know what Berthex has played lately on the ladder, actually. Like, I talk so much with the guy. We played quite a lot of AoE 4 together lately. Which is in a really good shape, by the way, guys. Like, if you want to play a classic RTS at the moment, I think there's none better than AoE 4. That game is in a really good shape by now. And yeah, it has replaced StarCraft 2 as the classic RTS for me. Because it's just a bit more modern and a bit more interesting, like, with things still developing. But I love StarCraft, but it's got a bit stale by now. And yeah, can't wait for Stormgate and stuff. But which gonna come out in July, so yeah, quite hyped for that. Still have to figure out how I want to implement it on the channel. Really hyped for Stormgate, actually. Meanwhile, yeah, over here on the left side we have Spectred Redgar, Motostrelkis, and so on coming in. On the right side, Skimmy Thars and co. I think you all have seen the bands by now, so we're gonna remove that. And yeah, guys on Twitch, don't forget to make your predictions. Don't forget to make your predictions. Snipers, SAS Patrol, all moving in. Law 80 coming up here to the north as well. This is going to be a fun match. Like, this is a nice birthday present for both of these guys. To just play that game right when I'm streaming. Like, because I looked forward to this match. Like, Berthex was whining about how his group is so hard, and then he won his first match. And there's some other interesting games going on there that we will cover on the channel in the upcoming days as well. So this is actually a really exciting match here for the group. As yeah, Yukipor is ranked number 2 and like finalist of the Super Tournament, obviously the favorite, but Berthex was surprisingly strong against Bottom Feeder. So I think Berthex has a chance here. 27th, also a really good division. But Yukipor's first UK, like, they are so good with that as well. They play it quite unique as well. So yeah, let's see how this goes. 8 Sugar Punch, thanks. And yeah, Hell Arms coming around. Law 80 coming around. This is going to be interesting. Modredredka. Double Tunguska. Doesn't want to get bombed, I guess. Link's Hellam from the get-go on the other side. Like, yeah, the amount of airborne fort deploy here is minimal so far for Yukipor. Assault Pioneers and Rifles instead here. X-Ray, obviously the most important point on this map. So Alpha and Papa are like somewhat close to it as well, but like X-Ray is the commanding position here. And then you have sometimes some shenanigans up north. I kind of wish Lima and Oscar would be +2 points. Like that's my one gripe with the map. I think these could move a slight bit further forward and be +1 points. And then make Lima and Oscar +2 points. Like, I get that they didn't want to go over 10 points. I think, like, this is one of the good things about this map, that it is a 10-pointer, instead of the 8-pointers that we currently have a lot, which is always a bit too little. But I kind of would have liked to see Oscar and Lima being +2 zones. Like, being hard to get to, but if you get there, be actually really worthwhile. That would have been something that I would have liked, and but these being +1 points and then being like up here and up here a bit further forward. But that's just me. I will maybe make a version like that with the map editor at some point. Once they have it a bit more stable and not changing as much, so getting into it is not as risky as it is right now, regards that they gotta change it and then all you learned was for nothing. So I think they're getting pretty stable by now. But let's jump into the game here now. We have the action going on. No tanks here on the side of both decks. Only one BMP3. A lot of infantry. Vedka and co. On the other side, we only have one chieftain. But Scimitars coming around. 3 infantry units here. SAS patrol and 2 Milan 2s coming in here to really shut off the road here towards X-Ray. And they have to forward deploy. They get there quite quickly. Both decks still with more forces for the south right now. So push there could be interesting for the red team. Meanwhile, a lot of forces actually for the north. That's surprisingly many units for the north. Would like to see both decks maybe try a push there. Like putting some pressure on Yukipor that way could be interesting as well here. Could be really interesting. Tunguska can shoot down the Hellam pretty easily. So that thing is living a dangerous life. But could potentially find a kill here. Onto a BTR-80. Yes, finds a BTR-80 kill. Well, you don't need to evacuate the infantry here though. It's just a Hellam. But yeah, the center controlled by Yukipor so far. Assaulting it won't be easy with the Milan 2s. BMP3 here living a dangerous life. Oh, that might already be dead. Yeah, BMP3. BMP3 going down, that's expensive. Pretty expensive loss. Meanwhile, Harrier HE for the north. Going for Motostrucky Medis. All the AA of our red player in the south. One Tunguska at least being somewhat close though. Getting a missile in. Igla does miss. Might have a second chance. Ooh. Not quite getting on target there with the second shot. But at least the Harrier out for a while now with that kill. Hellarm goes down in the south, so Burthex with some decent kills here. And the Rover CP will need to find a way into the middle. Has to be careful though with the Conquerors all around. SAS patrol using the sniper rifle here now to annoy the Motostruckis. Meanwhile, Modred Vedka pushing forward in the north. A scout that's under fire. We see the Scimitar pivoting north. Chieftain might consider pivoting north as well. Once the BTR-80 comes up, a Tor AAP is coming in as well. And they're starting to make it uncomfortable for the Harrier spam. That's a good idea. And then you can bring in your artillery later. Yeah, we have the first 2 Nanas actually already out. Lovely stuff. Really good on this map. If you get to shut down enemy air against a deck like First UK, which is really strong with air, and then you can get the fire superiority with artillery. That's a good way to win this map. Artillery and air can be really important on this map. Like fire support can be so strong because units are pretty concentrated. So shutting down the enemy's way of doing it, and First UK doesn't have the best artillery. They have good airs, but they don't have the best artillery. Is a good way to getting into the game. But so far, Yukipor with the advantage in positioning. Though, yeah, I like that Burthex is active up here. That is really, really strong. Scout's not quite dead though. Rover gets in, and we see a decent reaction here from Yukipor, Gazelle Rockets, Scimitar, and the Harrier HE coming around before the Tor is close enough to the front line. Meanwhile, Burfax needs to be careful in the middle. Doesn't want to lose the Nonas to Milan 2s, doesn't want to lose the Tunguska. Oh, is that flying for the Tunguska? Yeah, it's flying for the Tunguska. Losing that is really painful here right now. That's exactly what you don't want to have happen. Like, I think AA might be some of the most valuable assets here right now for Burfax, as he really wants to set up that umbrella that is impenetrable. And every time you lose an expensive AA piece like the Tunguska there is a step back from that. Meanwhile, Nonas coming in here though, killing off the Milan 2 immediately. SAS Patrol running for their lives. Will get out alive. Good reaction there from Yukipor, saving those guys. BMP3 now moving forward. Good movement there. Scimitar and Chieftain in good spots here. But Burfax still on the push in the north. I like that. Both sides playing a really strong game with their divisions right now. I really like what I see from both players here. Yukipor using the forward deploy advantage without investing too much into it, which we saw a lot of times lately with second UK, where then people got the Terrier Para a bit too much, and then just got clapped with that forward deploy and faltered afterwards because they couldn't afford the follow-up combine arms. But here right now, Yuki just with 2 Milan 2s and an SAS Patrol got into the center, whilst Burfax is building up good stuff, is forcing Yuki to invest into positions where Yuki might not want to invest to. Meanwhile, infantry fight here in the center, good played as well played as well. Yuki, knowing that the Nonas most likely gonna come in, step 1, building back here with this old Pioneers, so the Nonas won't hit. Tor in a good spot here to punish Gazelle Rockets, potentially. But we have a good position for the Chieftain as well. We'll fight the BTR-80 here. TADBV on the way. Tor finds the first one. Comes around. Misses the second one. Igla misses as well. Gazelle Rockets going down. Artillery coming in. Smoke actually coming in from Yukipor's side here. I guess just to prevent the BMP3s from giving fire support. Nonas might want to counter battery that. Whilst TADBV. Ooh, can it get a side shot? It can find a side shot there. Okay, yeah, good ambush there. Good position. Not trying to engage too quickly here with the TADBV. Putting it into the forest. Getting the ambush with it. Chieftain down. That's a great kill there. Scimitars pushing forward. Red guy pushed back. Motostrelki there on a nice ambush position as well, but Recon pushing it towards it. We'd see double M109. That's the best artillery that you can get as the first UK. So yeah, good play here by Yukipor to bring them. You will need them and they can do damage. It's not the most amazing artillery ever, but it is pretty efficient artillery. And yeah, if you get the hits of them, with 2 of them, you can still annihilate infantry quite reliably. TADBV though, pushing in the north is dangerous for Yukipor. Tor is pushing up with it as well. That is good play. TADBVK coming up to try to go for the rear zone here. +2 situation still. But the center not really well defended by Yuki. Like the artillery and the Milan 2s here stopping a breakthrough, but if units can sneak around here, or maybe even come in from the north directly, then this zone can fall quite quickly here. But Yuki with some good play here, having good air support, bringing around challengers now. And the TADBV has to be careful to not run it too far forward and have no AA cover anymore, because then we will see some sort of air coming down on it. So that's a bit of a problem there for Burfax. Oh, Burfax reacting here actually before the artillery lands. Will keep the Conqueror's M and Motorvedka alive. Good movement there. Realizing that They, first of all, are more efficient. I'm not quite sure. I think it was just, yeah, they need to be further forward. It wasn't a dodge, really. But it was a sidestep, a lucky sidestep there by Berthex, though, thanks to good movement. Because, yeah, keeping these active, pushing them forward is a good move to do. Area here pushing for the T80BV. Meanwhile, counter battery here coming in with the Nonas, but Yukipo on top of it as well. Coming in now with the counter battery on their own, and oh, the Nonas don't have a follow-up move yet, so they might be in trouble. Assault Pioneers here getting on top of the 50 cal. That is living a tough life there. Harrier does get the kill up there, but Thor might find the retaliation. Yes, okay. Conqueror's M and Moderate Redka for Harrier GR3. That's an okay trade for Berthex, but takes out some tempo, obviously. Like that, not having a recon here means that the TADBVs can't do it easily now. Thor finds another hit. There's no AA in the middle though right now to follow that up. And only in the south we have a Tunguska. Another Thor coming up. But at least another Harrier being pushed back for a while. And 109s actually didn't counter battery. Switching targets now towards the Thor. Higher on the priority list here. Meanwhile, Warrior Milan goes down. We don't see any appliques so far. In the middle, Challenger is the biggest threat. Meanwhile, Harrier coming into the south. Missile of the Tunguska misses, but the guns get good damage in, and the missile on the way out might be able to get the kill. Gets one more off, does miss as well. Harrier super low, but does live to come in once more at some point later in this game. Thor does live as well though. Meanwhile, TADBVK needs to get the hell out of there. Ural is around, Heinz are around. Oh, Tornado Cluster following up the stress onto the TADBVK here. Will find the kill. Unfortunate times there for Berthex, though. Kill on the Challenger immediately repays him there. The Heinz coming in strong. Tornado tries to kill them, but that's pretty low for a Tornado here. Tunguska might find a shot. No. Thor's coming around. One more TADBV here. But living a dangerous life right in front of a Milan 2 as well. Assault Pioneers go down. So yeah, Motostrike Comrade should be able to find a way in here now. Without the Challenger, the middle is open. And that should be a +2 situation here for Berthex. We're only 12 minutes in, so there's still a lot of time for Tix here. There's still a lot of time for Yuki4 to get that zone back as well. But I like Berthex's situation here right now. 27th actually looking pretty solid here right now. BMP2AG on the fire. Rajvedga pushing forward. Scouts on the fire. Thor still being hunted. Thor will go down this time. It's good focus fire by Yukipo. I think that's setting up for success here and killing off the AA, focusing the M109s. Like even switching from the counter battery that was about to go off up to the Thor shows you what the priority of Yukipo is right now here. And we see sniper rifle and rifles here moving around as well. Nonas coming in with the counter battery. This time around the M109s didn't move, but the Nonas are also not that close, so their counter battery fire is not going to be amazing. Just going to mean that the M109s are going to be a bit less efficient here, stressed out and all. And actually save the Conquerors here from being hit. But the Nonas should be more focused on hitting frontline units. So yeah, middle gets captured now by Berthex. Berthex now going to be the 1+2. The BTR needs to get the hell out of there. Chieftain versus TADBV. Usually not a good engagement for a Chieftain Mark 9, but it's actually Berthex who smokes off. Should disengage here now though and get that repaired. And get the smoke reloaded. You don't want to have a TADBV without a smoke laying around here in this matchup. You need that to dodge bombs, to dodge Milan 2s. That could come out of the normal Milan 2s or the Pleak Warriors, but we still haven't seen any of those. Director Pierce coming around here now to protect Challenger Mark 2 against any helicopters. Both helicopters still alive here for Berthex. Used them really well. Like, these waters are really good spots for helicopters because they, the it limits the spots where AA can shoot at him. And they can pivot quickly around the lanes as well. Meanwhile, M109's aiming for more targets here, though the units moved out of this building already. Perfect's good with the movement there. We have no AA in the north actually, and that might be really, really strong here for Burflex. Has a Tunguska now in the middle as well again. Brings a Tor up. Really liking that. Akatsuya with accurate shot. The guided ammunition Akatsuya here coming in. The 2S3M1. And yeah, Burflex on the +1, slowly catching up. Still gonna be a good while before Burflex overtakes Yukipo here with this +2. So Yuki has time, but needs to figure out a way on how to actually break a position of Burflex here. Because the siege in the north still going strong. Tornadoes trying to come in for the helicopters. Will at least kill one. Will kill both actually. And the Tor, not the best protection there. That's a bit painful for Burflex there, losing them at this point. ADBV though is repaired. Could try to shoot down the Chieftain. Something maybe should try to focus down the Milan 2 here as well. Challenger under fire in the center. This Milan 2 still being alive is wide wild, but really good for Yukipo. Like that could get a lucky ambush on something coming down the road that could be valuable. Like a Tunguska or so. Sniper moving around here. Nope, this game is not a replay. This is actually live gameplay happening right now. Chvetka versus Sniper. Challenger Mark II coming on to the BMP-2 AG. ATGM flying in. Tor coming in here. And yeah, thanks Gizmo. Artillery coming in for the Milan 2 in the south. That should be a good kill. Don't think much the Milan 2 can do there against 3 Nonas. It's not the perfect range for them. Actually, it can. Yeah. I cast a curse to Nonas there. Actually, Milan 2 can survive that. Guided ammunition coming in here for the middle. M109 coming around, conquers running, but it's pretty stunned down, so yeah, it's gotta die there. And Burflex +2 situation here is under threat here, again in the center. Has a lot of infantry there, but mortars and M109s could say something about that. Artillery setting up for some damage there. Nona's focusing on the sniper. Akatsuya trying to hit the Milan 2, but another one dodging here. Really good dodges by our player in blue here right now. Some rifles going down, the sniper going down. That's a good kill. Milan 2 though, coming around with the ATGMs that I was talking about. Could hit a TADBV here in the middle. It could be pretty painful. TADBV goes into the forest. TADBVK threatened as well. Infantry over here did get hurt. Polomachiki wiped out. Down south, Burflex has more units. Could potentially even push through. There's actually nothing that stops that. But Burflex saw a lot of units back here at the beginning of the game. So I would expect Burflex believing that there's way more on the other side than there actually is. Yukipo playing a good game there with the knowledge. Letting Burflex feel like there is a good amount of forces and then just abandoning the position. We'll have to see if Burflex sniffs that out. Whilst Yuki setting up for a good push in the middle. We have Warriors Milans with armored rifles. We have Challenger Mark II setting the Motor Strelkis here. Gazelle rockets rotating around. And 109s trying to deal with the last couple of infantry units here in the middle. Nonas trying to deal with the Milan 2. Katsuya coming in directly for the Challenger. Milan 2 This time a good bit closer, so gets wiped out. Warrior Challenger did move though, so the Acacia off target. Or needs to rotate around against the Hellarm, which gets a BMP2 kill. Tor not with the best line of sight there. Gets the kill though. Needs to be careful of the warriors around. Conqueror's M coming in. Rio rotating around. The Milan 2 here is dead. There's a second one here in a really good spot as well though. The TADBVs still have to be careful, but they want to get some kills onto the challengers. Shooting ATGM. Otherwise it could have been a side shot if they would have actually used their gun there. And they miss with this. Harriers coming in to just bomb down the Tor. They missed though. But it just didn't fire. And both Harriers taking a lot of damage. Both Harriers going down. Big W there for our player in red here. Buffex getting a big W in the airplay there. Harrier HE super valuable units, but at the same time Yuki Por coming in with so many units here. Though the TADBVs now have to be a bit less careful. They can be a bit more ambitious in their movement now that the Harriers have been eliminated. And that's a really big step here towards victory for Buffex. So can Yuki Por break the center here right now? It's hard to see, because there's not enough strong anti-tank for Yuki around. Tornado Cluster is good anti-tank if it hits. Buffex tries to micro away from it. If one of the TADBVs gets stunned, the other one does get out, and the Tornado Cluster goes down as well. Yeah, the investment into the Tor is really paying off now. And Buffex now ahead in points. Conquerors here getting hit by the SAS patrol. Being forced back. Challengers trying to push forward. Warrior goes down. Challenger Mark II comes in. Second one of them trying to rotate around as well. Artillery actually right there where the Challenger stopped though. Unfortunate for the Challenger, I think the artillery was supposed to hit the Warrior, but Challenger drives directly through it and gets hit pretty hard as well. Challenger Mark III coming around as well. And BMP3 trying to push forward here as well. Yuki gets the infantry in. I like the smoke play here, like this slow smoke creeping forward with the infantry, really protecting the infantry well with it, like nearly no shots landing on all of these infantry whilst they move through there. That's fantastic smoke play. That's why Yuki Por is rank 2 on the ladder, plays like that. But still has to get a CV in there. And the BMP3s and TADBVs around that, gonna make it hard. They're gonna make that hard. Milan 2 here, trying its best. Challenger's still around. M109's currently not firing. That's a mistake. Both accurate Acacias around on the other side. Nona's non-stop firing. And now the infantry just goes down to that. Yeah, Nona's doing a good job there. Meanwhile, Yuki actually rotating to the south now again. Rover CP trying a daring push. Gazelle rockets going down to the Tunguska. Tunguska pushing forward. Rover CP making it in. A really daring push. Will at least find the neutralization of the point. Might find the full-on capture, but there is a CV on the other side for Buffex as well here. So it's not gonna be easy. Artillery hitting really well for Yuki as well though. BMP3s, Motostrelkis, all going down. Rover goes out before the capture, at least stops the take for now though. Rover CP doesn't risk it over here, as Yuki realizes there's too much in there. Chieftain needs to be careful though. Oh, eats a side shot from the RPG. Yeah, wrong movement there by Yuki. It was still moving. It was not an attack move it seems. And that's pretty painful. Sniper now getting involved here against the Motostrelkis in the building. But losing this was pretty rough. Cluster. Did it even drop? I don't think so. No. Tornado cluster being brought in, not dropping, dying immediately to the 4 AA pieces in the middle. You can't bring air around there. Like, Yuki maybe should have pivoted itself with the airplay, as there's just too much AA here in the center. Like, every plane you bring in there just will immediately die. Meanwhile, Motostrelki coming in over here. Challenger Mark II. Trying to rotate center. Artillery doing a good job for Yuki here. Hitting that BMP-3. We have 3 Challengers, 2 TADBVs. One of them being stunned down by armored rifles right now. The other one already getting taken out by the Challengers here. Good kill. So, armored game here. Still going well now for Yuki. Infantry plays more on the side of Burfax. That's dangerous, because if those Motostrelkis get too close to your Challengers, they can wreak havoc on you as well, as we have another TADBV arriving in the south. Conqueror's M being involved. Challenger Mark II leader goes down. TADBV does pop the smoke in the south. Rover living a really dangerous life there as well. Just being right out in the open. And the Challengers under heavy fire as well. The Mark III one does drop as well. Artillery coming in on top of all of this. And there is still the CV in the zone for Burfax as well, so it's not even a capture here for Yuki with the super risky rover plays. Challenger needs to go further back. Artillery is going to snipe it otherwise. Rover CP goes down to artillery fire. And yeah, the tank plays that started really well. Maybe a bit too eager of getting actual points here. With still 14 minutes remaining, I think focusing too much on the capture here by Yuki instead of focusing a bit more on the plays. And maybe keeping the chieftains alive after killing off the BMP-3 and the first TADBV. And maybe hunting the last TADBV in the north instead of trying to get into the capture that allowed you to be fired upon by 3 sides. Medis coming in here once more. Motostrelkis. Really low, but so is it. Oh my goodness, no, it goes down. What even killed it there? I'm not quite sure what killed it there, but Yuki running out of CVs as well. We have 2 more rovers on the battlefield. Another Challenger CV coming in as well. And the M109s trying to come around for the Motostrelki. Milan 2 pushing forward. And Yuki on the way to victory. Yes, yeah, 27th Burfax on the way to victory here right now. With his 27th guards. Tunguska there and Thor doing a good job. Gazelle rockets once more pushed back. We have 3 TADBVs over here. M109s really do their best. Actually might find a double kill here. Milan 2 in a good spot. Yuki pushing that forward nicely. Ah, does miss though. Only hitting the Tor here right now. Artillery actually too accurate there maybe. Ah, it hits the TADBV a bit as well. Chieftain coming around. Rover needs to be careful there. Motostrelki Medis coming up. Chieftain disengaging. Challenger Mark III on its own here. Well, it has support of some artillery, of some ATGMs. Yeah, but needs to smoke off. Let the ATGMs deal some damage. Meanwhile, Tunguska moves forward again. Milan 2 with some great damage. Another hell arm being found. Milan 2 down here under fire as well. Challengers not quite finding the kill into the TADBV. Not quite finding the kill into the TADBV down south either, and most likely gonna die there. Does miss. Tries to smoke, but it's too late. Yuki just barely not getting any kills here. And that's painful, because Burfax has supply on the way. And Milans and Challengers dying, and we have 4 super low TADBVs here. Like, Burfex with good conservations on the units, but also a bit lucky. Also a bit lucky. The TADBVs here all surviving is pretty fortunate. Ooh, Jaguar. Not getting its bombs dropped off? I have no idea what it aimed for, but it didn't get its bombs dropped off. That's pretty unfortunate as well. Challenger Mark II here pushing forward, and we have a GGVP being called, I guess, with Yuki tapping out or crashing. No, tapping out. And Burfex winning game 1. Damn. Upset. Ranked ladder number 2, finalist of the Super Tournament, losing to Burfex, who has no big achievements in the WARNO tournament scene so far behind him. Is a good player. Is ranked 82nd, but yeah, really big, strong games here by Burfex. Absolute ladder grinder as well, but yeah, Burfex here with the W in game 1. That's big. Really well played with 27th as well. And Yuki, yeah, a bit unfortunate there in the trades, but also, like, the airplay, just a bit too focused where the AA was. And Burfex had a good game plan and followed it nicely. The push in the north, putting Yuki under good pressure as well, forcing Yuki to split up their forces in a way that they didn't really want to do that. And yeah, taking them out then. I'm surprised we didn't see any warrior Milan like with the Milan 2s. I think they could have helped quite nicely backing up the challengers and getting some good damage against the TDBVs. That we only saw the Milan 1 version is a surprise, as the Milan 1 also doesn't one-shot the BMPs. So I think you want to have a warrior that can one-shot those BMP3s and so on as well. But yeah, it is what it is. It is a nice upset here in game 1. And Yuki kind of needs a W now in game 2. So this is going to be really interesting. And yep, we're gonna give out the whoever bet on Burfex there really made some channel points. Who was that? Ryan. Nice. Ryan coming in there, being a believer, and really getting paid off. Yeah, Synod coming in nicely as well. Well played by both of you there. Good prediction game. Well gambled. And yeah, we're already in game 2. No, that's session. Burfex is just somehow in game. Okay, they're setting up match 2. Okay, yeah, map 2 coming up as well. Lovely. Vertigo Duel being the map. And yeah, I think the issue with artillery at the moment is just that defensive gameplay is so strong that it elevates artillery to a point where, like, it's the only way to break, so you need it, but it's also the only way to break. Like it's really the only way to play, because both sides have to be defensive. And bunker in a bit with the strength of ATGMs and the lack of recon strength combined. Once that gets adjusted with ATGMs and so on being a bit weaker, and also hopefully at some point in the future recon getting a bit better, but like either of those adjustments already will change that a good bit, and nerf artillery indirectly as well. And yeah, let's see what Burfix gonna bring out in game number 2. Vertigo, I think, is a map where Yuki is really good, but Burfix has played it a lot as well. 11th, 5th Blinde, 8th US Infantry, and 82nd. And we have 3rd US for Burfix versus 11th Parachutist. What? What? Yuki picking 11th Parachutist on Vertigo. Okay. Okay. We're in for some rush, I think. So playing 11th into F-15s, and it's like you keep counterpicking here, is a interesting choice. Not gonna lie. Well, it's still not that many clicks though. And just use mobile mortars, and you don't have that problem. Just use mortars that actually can dodge. Like if you use the cheap mortars, yeah, they are supposed to die at some points because their smoke play is strong, and if you could just do that without being punished, it would be super busted. So, and yeah, that's the payoff that you have to do, getting the infantry mortars or getting the self-propelled ones that actually can dodge nicely. That's nice. Climbing the ladder a bit again. Getting back to, yeah, this is a win rate I'm fine with. The last couple of weeks weren't going so well, but now that I found my divisions again, found my KDA and so on, it's going back up there, guys. It's going back up there. Way into the top 30s is going to be long. I don't think I'm gonna get there anytime soon. How high above me are these guys actually? 1,800 rating. Yeah, it's still a good long way there. How high is Yuki Po by now? 2,000. Nearly 2,000. Okay. Damn, mix investing a bit as well here. Nearly 90% win rate as well. Oh boy. Coming in hot. Yeah, 3rd versus 11th. What a matchup. What a matchup. Hey, Toran, thanks for the happy birthdays. And yeah, clearly side as well. Much appreciated. I hope you're all having a good time as well on this lovely morning. I will have a good day as well. Went for a jog early, now some Warno, then some work. Can't have it all. And then gonna drive a bit with my motorbike in the afternoon. Cruising a bit. Just got it back out of the repair shop. I'm really gonna have a good afternoon. And then maybe some more gaming tonight. Depending on like if people IRL have time or not. But yeah, plans for parties are for Friday. I have a Royal Enfield Himalayan, which is just the perfect bike for me. Like a 80s style looking I don't have a picture right now from it from my own one, but yeah, I can show you some. Like this bike here. Basically this version here, the black one. Which is a really fun bike to ride. And it's great for trips as well. Like I have it with a back case and side cases as well. And I did a good couple of trips with it to Italy and so on by now as well. Yeah, really, really fun bike. Why did that not work? Okay. And yeah, it's a cool, kind of retro looking bike as well. Yeah. Royal Enfield is a cool brand in general. Like they have some other cool looking, somewhat retro bikes as well. The new ones I don't like so much. Like they look weird.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good one. You should go for it. It also keeps you from racing too fast. Like a lot of people obviously drive motorbikes just to drive fast on the autobahn. I actually mostly drive a bit more chilled and use it also for traveling. Like it's pure freedom for me. That's why I love that thing. Being able to just go on to a trip and then just deciding where to go, visiting friends all over the country, all over Europe, with it. Like that's what I did a lot, especially before COVID, but also in COVID. And then yeah, it got a bit messed up. Like people stole the bike and then crashed it, and it got really fucked up. And that's why I needed repairs, and the repair shops weren't like the prices were a bit too high, and insurance didn't fully cover it and all. And that's why I couldn't drive it like all of last year basically. And now it's finally back, and I finally have it back, and so I'm really gonna enjoy riding it. Like just got it back last weekend. The repairs took forever as well because the parts weren't there and stuff. It's it was frustrating, but yeah, and now I have it back, and now I'm really gonna enjoy riding it. And yeah, planning for some trips with it once more later this year as well. Not quite sure where to go yet. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not really a heavy bike, but yeah, it's actually quite light. It doesn't have much that much power either, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is annoying getting your bike stolen. And like especially the issue with that was that I didn't just get my motorbike stolen. Like 2 or 3 weeks earlier, I got my bicycle stolen as well. Well, that was like the most frustrating couple of weeks ever. Like that was. I just went from being super mobile and having all the freedom of movement to going to, oh yeah, you're basically walking on foot now because I didn't have like a public transportation ticket because we didn't have the 49 euro ticket back then, or 9 euro ticket back then either. It was shortly before that, and I couldn't go anywhere. I went from being able to go everywhere to not being able to go anywhere with like just walking distance within a couple of weeks. It was so frustrating. uh, like yeah, obviously the bicycle situation was easier fixed, but yeah, now I'm fully back to being fully mobile, and it's such an amazing feeling of freedom. Yeah. that said, let's get into game number 2. Yuki Paw versus Buffex. And I guess we're still catching up here. Don't see the spawn zones yet, as they just started the game. Yeah. Yeah, those were some weird weeks. Like, not gonna lie, those are the moments where you're like, yeah, death penalty wasn't so bad after all. Like, and then you realize, no, no, it's all bullshit. But yeah, but yeah. Like, the messed up thing with my motorbike is that I would most likely have gotten more money if they wouldn't have found it again. But because they found it again and then it was messed up, yeah, it was a bit of a weird situation. So, and I messed it up a bit as well with the communication with the insurance company, I think. And so, yeah, that made it all a bit more expensive. But at least by now, I'm able to afford all of that as well again, with having a full-time job and all. And thanks to all of you guys as well, supporting the channel. Helps out. So yeah, thanks to all the subs out there. And all the guys watching on YouTube and watching the ads, guys. Not using the ad blocker. Thanks to all of you. And yeah, let's go. M150s. H1F Cobras. By the way, you can also join the SDL channel as a channel member now on YouTube. If you want to. I activated that possibility now as well. If you want to support the channel that way. Real AA coming around, Milan 1 coming around. I think that also deactivates ads. I think it should. I'm not 100% familiar with the whole YouTube thing. I still have to read up on all of this. How to give you guys more emotes and so on there as well. I'm working on that. But yeah, I thought when I already go for streaming partially on YouTube as well, I might as well do that. But yeah, thanks to all the Twitch subs here over the last couple of weeks, months, years. The support really has been helping out a good bit. Making the channel, like, I couldn't have afforded the new PC, for example, without that. And SDL tournaments also would have had a lot less funding. And yeah, that's a reminder, guys. Metrino. Before we go into the game, quick shout out to Metrino, because there's still some unclaimed codes. We're down to 6 though, and thanks to Captain Easy here, we're up to $171 by now. Sheesh, Redcast, Yasp, all coming in with good donations here, getting us up to $171 already in the prize pool. So let's go around. Channel members on YouTube still get ads? Oh, fucking hell, YouTube. Really? Thanks O'Hara for letting me know. That's such a YouTube thing. Like, come on, YouTube. Like, that's... I guess they want to sell YouTube Plus, or what it's ever is called, extra, but yeah. Yeah, OH coming around. Geralt's coming around with 50 cal. And yeah, Yuki will be the one with the aggression here this time around. Full on aggression. Obviously, 11th parachutist is all about the forward deploy. And we have a big push towards Bravo. Well, it's Buffex 4 Cobras here to start the game with. Like, yeah, switching out some Apaches here, just, I guess that's extra build here just for this matchup, so that the helicopters can be dealt with. We have a good amount of AA though, including VLRA, 20mm forward deploy AA, which are really strong in this deck and in TKS as well. And we also have Mistrals, so I feel like Yukipor is ready for this. So Burfex might be in trouble here a bit with that. Like those Cobras, they need to make something work here. The rest of the unit's not so strong. We have some Engineered Dragons, which aren't nice and all, but this is not the matchup where their Dragon actually really matters, and they're gonna lose against the Power Marines. And yeah, it's really down to the Cobras to do some damage here, and they could die quite quickly here, if not micro correctly. 5 helicopters here. On the other side, 1 Gazelle Cannon. Some stuff for the south here. Yeah, Perfect's just fighting for the north, so south being given for free here to Yukipor, basically. Really exciting setup. It's gonna be quite the explosive one. Like, this game might only go a couple of minutes. This game might end in 3-4 minutes. If the opener goes terrible for one side. And it has potential to go badly for either side, depending on how the helicopters goes. But like 3 Mistrals and 3 VLRA 20 mils make me feel like Yukipor is so ready for this. And I guess, like, yeah, the helicopter is the only really aggressive counterplay that 3rd US can do. So, or an 8-10 opener against both the VLRA and the Mistrals are great. So, yeah, Yukipor predicting that is strong. 3rd obviously could play a bit of a slower opener as well, but that has its own risks involved. And yeah, Burfex wants to counter it, but might get its countered. Ah yeah, it doesn't have 8-10s anymore. Right. So yeah, this is the only thing it can do consistently. Double F4 as well. This is a lot of investment into things that don't help, and then M113 is going to be slow even. I'm really worried. I'm really worried for Burfex. Scouts coming in. Cobras flying around the side. But on the other side, and if the Mistrals unload in good spots, and they unload in good spots here, these manpads gonna have a good time. Yep, Cobra number 1 already down. Or nearly down, actually. Do the Cobras all survive? They are all so low. But Burfex with good micro on them. VLRA here actually getting rocketed. Okay, 2 of them down. VLRA gets the 3rd one down. 4th one down. All of them down. But Scouts made it through, and they got some decent amount of damage here as well. At least stopped Yukipor a bit. The game might go on. It's still a bloody opener here. Though, like, and yeah, the 2 Phantoms don't help. Like, you kind of need them, I guess. But, yeah, they don't help you here right now. And yeah, it's only 3 Engineered Dragons. The Phantom also needs to get the hell out of there. Yeah, 2 of the Mistrals actually died. But there's still enough VLRAs. There's a guy here now bullying the Engineered Dragon from the side, together with the Sniper. Stunning them down. But it's actually not that many units for Yukipor either, and ooh, the Superpower getting killed off. Phantom being wasted by Burfex. Have to be critical of that. To be really critical of that. Meanwhile, Yukipor going into a double fighter play here? What is that? Why? Okay, they're just gonna strafe here. But there is a pivot, so they can't stick around for too long. I think Yukipor needs other units than fighters right now. Some more infantry, some Milan 2s here, I think would have gone a long way. Sniper also running out of ammo already. Yeah, some strafing against ground units. But pivot, gonna push both of these guys back. Power Marine, not gonna find much success here. So, Yeah, it might work out in the end. Ooh, ERC 90 here with a great snipe though. The little hunter finding a CV already. Driving over the open field. Our Marine pushing forward as well. And yeah, Yuki Porter, not with focus fire onto the Cobras, did cost him cost them a bit extra. If they would have focused fired them a bit better, situation could have been a good bit easier. E4 PC could move forward here. E4 PC in the south get some nice captures as well. ERC 90, there's no anti-tank here right now. The Engineered Dragon actually trying to catch it, but that misses. And yeah, these guys are not anti-tank. Chaparral actually gets shot down. So guy needs to get the hell out of there. The Kev. Meanwhile, M150 have some ATGMs. But this guy is super annoying here right now. Bradley's coming up, trying to deal with this. Paramarine pushing forward. Ooh, Mistral getting taken out by the engineers. BBL getting stunned down there. Mirage with some strafing, stressing them out even further. P4 coming forward. That will be a plus take for Yuki. Yuki has no idea what's going on in the south, so doesn't want to risk the P4 there. Could just drive in there. Meanwhile, Kev getting taken out by the Sagai, but Sagai gets taken out by the M150 now, thanks to the 50 cals stunning it down. Bradley coming around as well. So Sagai finally gets found. Finally gets killed. Pivot not in a spot to stop the airmobile from just coming in here in their Super Puma. So they're gonna get down and get out. Our Marines moving around here as well. Super Puma trying to get the hell out of there now. Airmobile, can they finish off the Engineered Dragons and then move on? Well, Cobra might have something to say about that. VLRA still in the middle. VBL here. Too close to the scouts. Mirage does the kill on the Cobra. Airmobile on the hunt for the Pivot. Pivot has to run. Sagai and Gazelle Cannons dealing with the Engineered Dragons. Milan 2 in a really good spot now. Really wild game here. What an opener. What an opener as the Mirage 2000s in the sky. Disengaging now. Beautiful looking plane. Gazelle Cannons pushing forward as there's no AA here. So the little helicopters with their siren sound here. And their little, or relatively big actually, 20mm cannon. Dealing some damage. +1 goes into a +2, goes into a +3 situation here most likely in a second. As the Gazelle Cannons opening up some M113s there. ERC trying to find some targets as well. VBL gets found by the M150. Gets taken out. Another Cobra under fire, but we have an F-15 now out, and the first Mirage gets beaten by the Eagle. Eagle on the hunt against more of them. Gets a good hit on the second one. Finds a second one. Eagle supremacy. That's what I was worried about for Yukipo at the beginning. Picking 11th E into F-15s is a dangerous thing to do. And the Cobra is still alive on the ground. While it's the F-15 here. Now the ruler of the sky. Going for some Super Pumas there as well. Not getting the kill, as it doesn't have any Sidewinders left. Only having the Vulcan, but the Vulcan is pretty potent as well. And the F-15 really protecting the skies. Keeping the ground forces safe now as well. And we have a big push here on the ground now. P4 actually moving around here now. And the Milan 1 up here did die, but Yuki getting to the +4 situation now. Rotating around with the P4 PC as well. It's still 32 minutes though, and Yuki is far from getting 2000 points on the battlefield, so it's that situation is not looking great for our player in blue. Bringing in a Mirage into an F4 Phantom. F4 has a lot of Sparrows. Gets a hit there. Gets the kill. Another important plane going down. This is not looking good for the 11th E player here. P4 PC, not sure where that wanted to go. Gets killed there. There's no rear zone here anymore, so that was a mistake. MudCP coming around. Cobra on the hunt. Might find this P4 here in a second. Gazelle Cannon versus Cobra. Cobra has the turret, so can get onto target quicker. Both sides dealing some damage, but the Cobra does win the duel. And we have so few units here for Yuki, actually. The Bradley's really pushing deep. Yuki really in trouble here. Chaparral rotating around. Mobile not finding that many kills. +3 situation. Kevin Bradley running away, but actually somewhat running into the airmobile with that. The Milan 2s are scary though. P4 PC actually will get through here. There's nothing to protect either Delta or Charlie here, by the way. Any unit can just instantly move in there, but Yuki getting the sneaky +4, sneaky +6 here most likely in a second. Perfects will have to react to that, but more Toe Cobras already do that. Yeah, Yuki a bit too reckless with the air AA. Like losing Mistrals by running them into enemy infantry is not what you want to have happen here. As the division on the right side here. 11th parachutist can't afford losing the air and losing the helicopter fight. And the Cobras here now really going to town. Yeah, +6 is a nice tick, but it's not going to go on for long. It's going to be reduced to a +2 in a second, and there's nothing to really protect that +2 either, because Charlie and Delta are completely open. So, yeah, it's a nice 400-point lead right now. That's going to go on for a bit longer here. But Yuki really going to struggle to keep that up. And it's still 30 minutes to play. Mirage is coming around, but we have the fighters most likely on the other side as well. The Prowl does miss, but we have double pivot. Okay, at least both Toe Cobras going down. That's a good win here, with both Mirages surviving for Yukipo. Finally a W that Yukipo needed here. Hey, Feather, thanks for the subscription. 19 months by now. Damn. Hope you're having a good time. Yeah, more Mistrals coming around. We have a good couple of them now, but no ground forces whatsoever. Yuki is struggling. Brings the Jaguar cluster in now. 2 units killed with that would be nice. Thanks. That's a good kill, but Pivot will get the Jaguar. So, in the end, not a good trade. And yeah, losing the LGB bombers, I think, is what really hampered Yuki now. Like, maybe playing the air game a bit too much. I didn't like the 2 fighters. I think follow-up infantry could have solidified the Bravo hold a lot better than the double fighters did. That just did a bit of strafing. And in general, trying to play air into F-15s is a kind of a no-no. Like, at least as long without long-range AA yourself, or having like 4 fighters ready to go to pound town and hitting them immediately. Okay, important sniper on the CV. That Milan 2 hit was really good. Bit of a mess up by Burfax. Didn't need to go that far forward. Yeah, that CV does keep the draw alive for a slight bit longer. Or the +1 actually for Yuki. But at the same time, yeah, the CVs are... Oh, it rotates north actually. It should have just gone in here because there's nothing to protect this. But obviously Burfax doesn't quite know that, how open this whole south part is. Whilst Yuki is keeping the +1 tick for a slight bit longer here. New CV coming in? No. And yeah, it's 700 points ahead, but 27 minutes to go. It's most likely gonna be a +2 here for Burfax, which is a really, really, really big upset. But Burfax coming well prepared for these matches. Mirage coming in for the Toe Cobra, but yeah, 15's gonna come in around on the other side. And the Mirages take the wrong turn. They now try to turn into it, but the F-15 already got missiles on both of them. And now gonna just shoot down the next Mirage. Oh, it gets out. Gets warp speed on and warps out there last second. Mistrals. Not hitting. Yeah. It kind of feels the wrong way around with the picks. Like, I would never pick 11th E into F-15s. F-15 really, really doing the job well here. Point captured in the north now, and yeah, all that Burfax now needs to do is putting 2 CV in here. Realizing that this is completely open, and just put some CV in there. And then this game is over. Is the CV in the north rotating around? Yes, it is. Milan 2 might get on top of it. No, it doesn't. Yuki's still playing the game, but Yuki has no air left. Yuki has no infantry superiority anywhere. Obviously can't get tank superiority because it's 11th para. Doesn't have any helicopters that could be threatening, so there's just no advantages whatsoever going on for Yuki here outside of having 700 points more, which if we would have like 5 minutes remaining at this point, might be the deciding factor, but we have 25 minutes remaining, so as long as Burfax doesn't mess this up, I just don't see how this can go wrong. Like, Burfax even having good enough AA to make every plane run a one-way trip by now. Chapral's really doing a good job there. And M1 CP here now coming in as well. ERC moving around, Chasseur getting the kill there. Well, the Cobras, I mean, I think Yuki actually invested too much into dealing with the Cobras. I mean, all the Cobras died there. And then Yuki could have pushed forward with infantry, but invested into 2 fighters instead. Whilst already having killed an F4 on the other side and so on. Like, I don't think it was Yuki underestimating. I think it was Yuki overvaluing the Cobras there, actually, because all 4 Cobras were dead. So, and then fumbling away a bit more of the AA. Like, Yuki only lost 2 Mistrals and like 1 or 2 infantry squads there to 4 Cobras, which is a trade I would take every time, every day. Like, the VLRAs were all still alive, but all 3 VLRAs got lost in bad actions, and the Mistral got run into infantry, and then there was no protection against upcoming Cobras after that, which then needed to be countered by fighters, which wouldn't have been the thing if you just invested into 1 more Mistral and 3 infantry squads or 4 infantry squads instead of investing into the 2 fighters. They didn't actually take out that much, no. There just wasn't that much there to go. And they did, the momentum was killed by the investment into the 2 fighters. The momentum would have been there otherwise because Burfax reinforcements are slower and were way out. The ERC was getting all the kills. But instead of investing into 4 infantry units that hold you the point here, he invested into 2 fighters. Which were necessary. There was nothing there that asked for 2 fighters. Like, the Cobras didn't win that game. The Cobras actually didn't pay off. Like, not even momentum-wise. Because Burfax had nothing left after the Cobras died. A couple of Gazelle Canons even could have cleaned up the rest. Yeah, but the initial fight ended with Yuki still having all the momentum, then throwing it away with the fighters and not the momentum being killed off by the Cobras. But yeah, now Burfax just needs to capture the 1,000 points, and then it's Going to be a +4 here in a second. As Bradley's here still moving around. Yuki desperately tries to play the game. E4's coming around. There. These units still getting value. Yuki is a great player, so yeah, the smoke play is great. The Milans are great. But like obviously the Cobras stopped Yuki from getting through immediately, but they also killed all defense. Like with the loss of them, there was no defense left. Like there was 2 engineers left, so any follow-up could have just rolled over these 2 engineers. But I feel like the double fighter was like a panic buy, realizing that he didn't quite kill the Cobras immediately. Like the anti-Cobra micro wasn't perfect on Yuki Paul's side, but he didn't actually lose that much. Like we will have to have a look on the kills, but I think he lost 1 infantry squad and 2 infantry squads and 2 Milan 2s, which against 4 Cobras and a recon helicopter is a totally fine trade. Smoke coming around. Burvex has to be careful to not fumble the north here right now, but there's just still way too much here to really do that. And having the south now and the +3 means that the catch-up game here is going quite well. The smoke is a good idea here for Yuki. No helicopters, I think, left on Burvex's side. All the Cobras at least are dead. So that's a bit of a relief for Yuki. And if Burvex leaves Bradley's too close to enemy AT weapons with the Apilas coming around, that could end badly. But Yuki being pushed out of the north fire team here, actually even taking a great engagement against the airmobile. And there's not much that Yuki can do to deal with that. No helicopters, no planes coming around. The LGB bomber being somewhat wasted here once more. Well, got an Abrams, but yeah, that's still not a trait that you really want to take here at this point as Yuki Pro, because Abrams are a unit that is not going to run out of supplies here for both X, whilst Yuki has no LGB bombers left. Paramarine going down there. And yeah, Burvex just has to be careful now to not fumble away the advantage in the north. Well, it's just can't even play defensive there because the south is fully captured. +3 is going on, even with a +2, even with a +1. The game would be an easy win at this point, so doesn't need to risk anything. And once CP goes down to a cluster Jaguar, but Jaguar goes down as well. So that's an okay trade for Burvex as well, as long as Burvex keeps the other CVs somewhat safe. Like, you don't want to lose to running out of CVs at this point. Smoke coming around everywhere. F-15 here. Still flying around. Yeah, we have a lot of Milans. But Milans are not great on the offense. Milans are really not great on the offense. And Yuki needs to be offensive here. Need to get into an offensive mindset. More 13 goes down. Engineers do hit the Milan 1 though. And yeah, Burvex just investing into defensive units here now. Has the south under control, +2 ticks on. 17 minutes remaining. Smoke landing all around. Bradley getting on top of the chasseurs. Milan 2 potentially could advance over here. E4 Milan. Gets a nice hit onto the calf. Milan 2 in the north, not finding any shots. Bradley versus Milan 2. Smoke does stop it. but there's not enough infantry here to just rush through the smoke here for Yukipo. Like, the trades just have been too bad before this. If there would be like 5-6 infantry squads right now that could move through the smoke, this could be interesting. Meanwhile, here sees a guy moving around, and don't please keep your American politics and the conspiracy theories for yourself. Not the channel for that. Keep moving around. Jaguar AT versus F-15s. F-15 once more coming out on top, it seems. Running out of missiles though. So Jaguar actually might be able to kill it this time around. Seed, a bit of a wild choice though in a game where there's no radar. Well, there is the pivots, I guess. But yeah, the GG is called. And we have the W here in the end for Burfex, coming up with a 2-0 victory here against Yukipo in a series that was just completely wild. Really, really wild. Burfex coming in with a really strong game, number one. A really big upset. And Burfex now in the playoffs. That's gonna be hot. Yuki, though, has to fight for survival there in the last match. Their chances of getting through now are really slim. As they had a draw against Bottom Feeder and now only have one match left against Dark Neutron, I think. So, yeah, Yuki actually most likely gonna get eliminated in group stage, because unlike in the Euro Cup, only the first two get through here. We don't give it out to third place players in groups. And yeah, Burfex really playing well. Yuki here a bit fumbling. And let's have a look on the kill feed here. Yeah, Cobra getting one VLA. Gazelle Canon getting killed off by the Phantom. They get two Milans, I guess. That's a pretty big one. But they only get one Mistral as well. So like it's 5 units killed for 5 Cobras on the other side. And then these two here die to units that shouldn't kill them. The 50 cal Jeep killing a Milan, 2 Scouts killing the Mistral. So that wasn't great. But then all the Cobras died. Like, yeah, 1 Cobra, 2 Cobra, 3 Cobra, 4 Cobra, and a Scout. So Yuki was still far ahead in points there at this point. Especially after the Phantom died as well. Engineer Dragon killing off the Sapur Para there. With a Dragon, that unload was a bit fumbled as well. But in general, Yuki still ahead here. But then just, especially after Sagai went on a killing spree and forced Burfex into the rear. But the double fighter there, just fumbling it all. Like, fumbling it all in my eyes. If that would have been infantry units controlling the north, Milan 2 and some infantry for the south, Yuki would have been in a stellar position instead. Getting into fights, like bringing the KD back in the end here actually quite nicely as well. Like, I think it was a way bigger advantage at some point for Burfex, but you just can't push with 11th against 3rd if you don't have air superiority. And the air superiority was a fumble, and not following it up with more ground forces. Especially, like, you have airmobiles, just bring in some helicopters and bring the units forward like that. And we only saw one of those units coming in, one of those airmobiles, and that was even a bit later. So, yeah, bit of a misread of the situation by Yuki, and Burfex playing it quite well after that sweaty and somewhat wild early game, and just playing it clean from there. Not getting the ERC to run completely wild. It was an annoying thing, though. And yeah, getting the W here, deserved so. And that was really fun. That was a really good way of spending the early part of my birthday. And now I have to head off to work. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you maybe tomorrow, for sure on the weekend, with some more streams. Friday I'm gonna be out partying, so I'm not gonna be around there. But until then, have a nice day. And now let's see who can we rate here. Work Black is playing some 7 Days to Die, so let's have some fun over there. And yeah, have a great day, everybody. I will pay you out in a second as well. Don't you worry, all the BuffX believers. I will do that after a raid. So yeah, have a nice day.